Hello, I have something to tell you. I thought my gameplay idea was really original. I had the idea and I thought this would be extremely complicated, and that's why I don't know any game that has done this before. My idea was that I create a roguelike Metroidvania, so a lot is randomly generated, but it also would be interconnected, and you would find items that will open doors that you have seen before, and you would fight bosses that drop keys that open doors that you have seen before, and you could go in different directions and stuff. That was my idea, and I didn't know a game that did this already. Today is the 15th of January 2020, and I just found out what Dead Cells is about. I knew that Dead Cells exists, I knew the name. I have never played it and I have never seen any videos of gameplay or something, but I stumbled upon this game being described as a roguevania, and I thought, like, I want to create a roguelike Metroidvania. I thought there is no game like this, so I looked it up, and it seems like Dead Cells is some kind of roguelike Metroidvania. I don't know if it's exactly what my idea was. I bought Dead Cells and I will play Dead Cells just to see if it's exactly my idea because I don't want to clone a game, but I'm also kind of hesitant to play this game or to look up videos of the game or how this game works, because I don't want to have this pressure, like when I will do something and I know Dead Cells has done this system the same way, then in the back of my head I will always think Dead Cells has done this already. If I do this exactly the same way, then it will seem like I copied Dead Cells. I'm editing this right now and it seems pretty weird not to give an example. So an example would be like, I thought that I could randomly generate like enemies and loot and the rooms, and if I do this the same way that Dead Cells did, and if I go and program this now, in the back of my head I would always think like, do I do this exactly like Dead Cells did? Because I don't want to copy that. Even if I don't intend to copy it, I will copy it if it's the same, you know? Even if I have never played Dead Cells, and even if I never knew about Dead Cells in the first place, if I do the system exactly the same way from the outside, it will still look like I copied it. And that's the pressure that I will always have in the back of my head if I do things now, because I don't want to copy Dead Cells, but I don't mind getting inspired by Dead Cells. But at the same time, I don't know what Dead Cells did at the moment. I don't know anything about Dead Cells, and if I start playing this now, I have the same risk of starting to copy things now that I wouldn't have copied if I haven't played the game. But at the same time, I have the chance of not copying things now that I would have copied. It's very confusing. On the other hand, Dead Cells could inspire me. If it's really the genre that I want to go, maybe there are systems that I like that I could implement, or there are systems that I don't like that I will definitely not implement, or maybe I think I could do some things better, like, I don't know, like the world generation or how you handle items or combat. Maybe I would think I could do some things better, improve them, or maybe I think some things of Dead Cells aren't that great and I won't implement them. While editing, I noticed that I said implement, and that sounded like I would copy a system one for one. That's not what I intend to do. I just meant like get inspired, maybe use the same-ish systems, like the persistent items even if you die. I didn't say I want to copy one for one the sales shop where you could buy items that you keep even if you die. I think that's how it works. I still haven't played it. I didn't want to say that I will copy that if I like it or that I will implement that one for one. I wanted to say that I maybe get inspired by it and maybe implement items that persists even after death, or maybe I implement a shop. This video is just a in-between devlog. I'm just sharing my thoughts on finding out that Dead Cells exist and that apparently Dead Cells is the same idea that I had, and now I need to handle that because I thought my idea didn't exist before. Now that I know that a game exists that has the same idea, I need to watch out that I don't create a clone. But I also have no material that can inspire me. As you can probably tell, this was really hard for me to put in sentences. It was really hard for me to articulate my thoughts. It's kind of weird thoughts. I don't know if everyone will understand, but to sum it up, I don't want to copy Dead Cells, but I also don't mind getting inspired by Dead Cells. I thought that my idea was original, and I'm a bit shocked that Dead Cells exist, and I will play Dead Cells and see how it is. Maybe it is exactly my vision of the game, and then I won't have any game to program. And then this journey is over. Yeah, that's a weird thought. While recording these audio clips, I haven't played Dead Cells, but I think I will put Dead Cells gameplay into the background of this video, so then I will have played it. But yeah, I will see you in the next devlog. So here I am a week later. I started playing Dead Cells. In my first run, I came quite far. You will see footage of my first ever run in the background. I haven't died yet, but I know how dying works, kind of. So yeah, it's weird. This game is like almost exactly what I wanted to create. It has almost every feature that I wanted to create. It just made a few things differently, and that's it. For example, the setting and the story, I wanted it to be feudal Japan, and this is like kind of medieval castle-like. And I probably would have wanted to be more connected. For example, if I go into the shop area, or if I go to the boss fight or to the next area, I always walk through a door, have a loading screen, and then I'm there. And I would have tried to do this more connected. But for the other stuff, that's either exactly what I had in mind or way better, like the items or the random generation. This is really good random generation. It's so great. It feels like it isn't random generated. It really feels like someone handcrafted this. And if you played this game and you didn't know this was randomly generated, then you wouldn't even notice. It's so well done. I'm a bit confused on what to do now. I still want to create games. I like creating games, but my intention was creating a game that doesn't exist yet because I want to play this game. I thought like, I want a roguelike Metroidvania, and this doesn't exist. I could imagine that would be a lot of fun. So that's why I wanted to create one, because I thought there isn't one and I wanted to play one. And well, now there is, and it's like 80%, at least 80% of what I wanted. So it's weird. It's weird. I don't know what to do now. I'm really confused what I should do. I probably will make at least a game, but I don't know what kind of game. I need to think about a new idea, because I don't think I want to do what Dead Cells did. It's like I'm so excited because I thought this doesn't exist yet, and then I find out it exists, and then I would rather play what's already there instead of creating something new. I would rather play Dead Cells than creating my own game that's like 80% like Dead Cells and then playing that. It's so weird. It's so weird. I really like Dead Cells. It's a lot of fun. It's, as I said, it's like at least 80% of what I imagined my game would be or should be in a perfect world. Like if the setting was a bit different, the story was a bit different. Like if the setting and the story was how I imagined it, and one or two mechanics were different, then this would be exactly the game I imagined. The art style is amazing. It's a good game. it's a good game. It's almost exactly what I imagined. And that's the problem now. I don't know what to do. I still want to create a game, but I don't know what game, what kind of game, what genre, what mechanics. I don't know. It's so weird. It's the weirdest feeling I don't know. I will think about it. maybe I will get like a idea from playing some games, watching some videos. Maybe in the comments someone will point something out that sounds nice. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like creating my own Dead Cells, like copying everything that I thought was good or that was my idea as well, and then improving on the things that I didn't like and then making my own Dead Cells, especially if I don't even earn money from that or get money from that. But I lost motivation. I lost the entire motivation for doing this. I still want to create a game. I still want to write that story that I imagined, but I want a different genre now, which is weird. I'm thinking about maybe I will still do a Metroidvania. Maybe I will even do a roguelike Metroidvania. I will think about it. Maybe I will do an entirely different genre. A Metroidvania would be really nice. In the past couple of days I have even thought about only making it a regular Metroidvania, not a roguelike Metroidvania, because there's so much stuff that's just is extremely good level design that you can almost only do in a regular Metroidvania. I've seen a lot of Game Maker's Toolkit. I will link him in the description. I love his videos. I've seen a lot of Metroidvanias there and how they design these you can't pass here unless you have a item spots. And it's such good level design. It's so amazing. I got inspired a lot for creating these myself, but these are so hard to do if you randomly generate everything. You will need to hard code this room where you hint at you need this item now, and then you would need to hard code that you get this item somewhere in this area, and the more you hard code, the less it will be the experience that I imagined. But the less you hard code, the more it loses the charm of a regular Metroidvania. You need to find exactly the right balance, and I feel like Dead Cells did a really good job of finding that balance. It's still a bit weird, like you can't go back really, and at some point there was this ability to create vines at green spots on the floor, and I got that in an area where I got that item in a special room, and then I got this great tutorial level design wise. You could only get out if you use the item. That's a great tutorial, but after that I couldn't go back to the area where I needed this item like 10 times, and I wanted to. Maybe I could. I haven't checked if I could walk through the door again, but I don't think so. And that's a weird thing. Like I have this ability permanently now, I think. So if I die, I will have this ability. But I don't know. I feel like I would rather just walk back and use it. It's weird. Yeah, I need to find the special catch, because I only get inspired if I think of something that isn't there before, or that isn't there in that form. So like, it's a Metroidvania, but I have to think of it's X, but that's the formula. Until now I thought of it's a Metroidvania, but randomly generated. And now I don't feel like that's the right idea. It feels weird for me, so I want a new idea. I need a catch. I feel like I want to do a Metroidvania still, but the but is missing. It's a Metroidvania, but I don't know what the but will be. Yeah, I need to think a lot. Maybe I will get inspired by some comments, or by just playing around with different systems. I will create like physics and maybe even a combat system before I need to decide what game I will make. And maybe I will get inspired by something. Maybe, I don't know, I will watch some more videos. Maybe something will inspire me. But yeah, I'm very confused. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. I will see you in the next video and or devlog. Yeah. Bye.